Hey everybody, this is the Kobalt 80 volt max push mower non-self-propel edition. Now this is not the first gen, so just to be clear, this is model KM5080-06, manufactured in April of 2020, and I believe as of July 2022 when I'm filming this, this is still the newest gen. Now, it's definitely got more power than the old version I used to have. Well, different version I used to have that ran off of 2 of the drill batteries that were 24 volts each. This definitely has more power. So if I could go back, I would have just gone with the 80 volt series from the get-go and not have even bothered with that. Also, I like the fact that this mower is not self-propelled because the self-propel systems add a bunch of weight. And in the case of the 24 volt mower, which had it, the motor that drove the wheels was obnoxiously loud, which was very annoying. So I'd rather just not have it all together. It's lighter and it's less load on the battery. So anyway, one of the pluses of the 24 volt version was that when you went to fold the handle over, which this one does as well, that one just had a single mechanism right here you could operate with one hand, and you could just fold the handle with your other hand, and it was very easy. This one is a little bit annoying because you have to operate these catches here, but you have to do it on both sides in order to fold the thing over, which is just a lot of maneuvering. And if you don't want to reach across the mower, you have to walk around it, and it's a lot more hassle than it seems like. Also, I've noticed with this mower, watch when I jiggle the handle, okay? There's a lot of play in the handle, because you've got these, it's a little hard to tell, but there's a bushing here where the handle pivots, and then there is some slop where the detents fall inside of these slots. So it just makes, it's not a really tight fit, and you really notice it jiggling around, especially if you're mowing on a hill that's slightly tipped this way. The whole thing kind of jiggles around. And watch when I push the mower, just off. It's just making a lot of clanking racket just as I push it. I wish it was tighter. Part of that is also due to this system, which works well for adjusting the height of all the wheels. When you pull on this lever, it's got a spring assist, so it adjusts the height of here. Zoom out. It adjusts the height of the whole mower and keeps all wheels together. But what that does, as convenient as it is it just adds opportunity for slop in the system. So this is the only catch. So this wheel is pretty solid, and then by the time you get all the way through the mechanism to the opposite wheel, there's actually quite a bit of give when you push up and down on the mower. So the backlash in that system also adds to the clankety clink. Anyway, it's really a minor concern. I have a relatively flat yard, so it's not a big deal, but I'm getting picky. Let me see what else. Something that I did like as an improvement, aside from the power on this mower, is that when you go to engage the blade, you can either pull on the handle first and then press the power button, or you can do it in reverse. Which is pretty handy. And when you're mowing, if you are going along, you can see how much battery you got left as you're mowing. So that's nice. And you heard a sample of how loud it is, which is still awfully quiet. That's great. So here, let me mow a little bit so you can check it out. not bad at all. So overall, this mower's great. I really still plan to use it for just trimming, but because it was new to me, last time I mowed, I tried to mow probably a half acre, and I was able to get through most of it with a, I think, 2.5 amp hour battery. Maybe it was, no, it was a 2 amp hour battery, and then I barely used any of the second battery that I have. So it has pretty good endurance. I don't know how big of a yard you can do, but if you have multiple batteries, it seems to be pretty efficient actually. So anyway, those are some of my thoughts. I do not use the bagger or the side discharge chute. I like to have it just mulch everything up. Ooh, another neat thing is if you're not familiar with electric mowers, when you do fold the handle over, come on, budda. Come on. Hard to do with one hand. Okay, when you do fold the handle over, see, and now I have to re-engage. This is why it's hard, because I have to re-engage everything once it's folded over. Doesn't help that I'm doing it with one hand, but... Okay, there you go. You can store these mowers upright because there's no oil or gasoline to leak out all over your garage floor. So this is pretty fantastic, but you saw how much work it was to fold it up, whereas the 24-volt version was so much easier. Anyway, I do recommend these, but if you can get away from paying full retail price, which is about $500, I'm not sure that it's worth it for that price, but that's why I got it secondhand. It does have some pretty nice features, though. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.